Hey everyone. How's everyone doing today? Oh, Victoria, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for liking my live. Right now it's just me and you. Hey Samantha. Hey Jenny T. Hey Rachel Dane. I'll get you on up here. Let's see here. Gotcha. Just invited Rachel up and looking for Nicole's right here. And then, oh, I do not like this layout and I'm going to change this layout. Hey, can you hear me, Rachel?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. I'm going to turn you up just a little bit though. Yeah.
Technology's working. Oh my God, did I just jinx us? Oh my gosh.
No, you didn't.
Now,
TikTok is so much easier. Like, you know what I'm
so
saying?
so it looks like my screen is black, and usually whenever that happens, that means that I have to power my phone off and power it back on.
You know what? We will, you know what? We'll wait for you.
Okay,
Yeah,
literally, it's gonna take me like 1 minute.
you're fine. You're good.
Okay,
You're
I'm
good.
so sorry, guys.
I'm gonna play with this thing because I can't stand when I'm the biggest one. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So you power down. I do this, and they say do this, and then they. Oop. All right. So let's do fixed grid. Switch.
You know so much
Nope,
more.
we don't want that either. That's not great.
Harlow!
Okay. Look at me. I'm just playing. There's three of us.
You're always lovely.
Change. Would that be okay? Is that okay if we have one extra? You know what? We'll just have one extra spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I don't like to be big. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Blow it up.
Okay, so it is hard for me to hear you, Rachel. Let's ask people in the chat. It could just be me. Can we hear Rachel on a scale of like good or bad? What are you thinking? Hey, Nicole Reeds.
Hey, friend.
That's so much better.
There we go.
Watch everyone else be like, she's so loud. Not to
She's
me.
obnoxious.
Oh, your hair. I thought. What?
Trust me, I brought it just in case.
No, don't. It looks pretty down. And no, don't you do it. It looks pretty down. I mean, mine, I haven't washed it in a while, so you know what I'm saying?
That's why when I got home, I was like, bag thrown. Like, we're going straight to the bathroom.
Yeah. If I took it down right now, it literally would almost just stay like this. That's where we're at. Nicole, let me see here. Let me
I
get
was
you up
out.
here. Accept. Perfect.
Okay.
Look at you.
Friends.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Oh, I like that shirt.
Thank you. I actually just went on a girls' trip, and I went to we went shopping like all day Friday, and I picked this up, and I was like, this is so cute.
It's very powerful. Like it's a powerful shirt.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Let's see. Do you guys want to go ahead and get started?
Yes.
Okay, so one thing you gotta know about me is I'm kind of stupid, and I cannot talk to you guys and look at the chat. So you guys, welcome everyone. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
joining
Nicole.
us. If you guys want to talk to the chat or answer their questions, that's you just cut me off, okay? Because I'll look down and you're gonna say something, and I'm like, who's on the live? I don't even remember.
Okay.
Anyways, all right. So I'm gonna do a quick introduction of you both. Well, first, let's talk. We're gonna talk about finders keepers. Losers, we're just kidding. So
Yeah.
Finders Keepers is Nicole's debut novel. It was published in May of this year. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
May 8th.
gosh, May 8th. All right. And it centers around Bailey Monroe, who escapes an abusive marriage with her young daughter, Sophie, and relocates to a small Texas town called Pine Grove in search of a safe new life. So this is the book that you wrote and that Rachel Dane narrated.
Yes.
And let's talk a little bit about Nicole. Let people kind of know who she is that might not know her. You're a Texas-based author, a proud mom of three, and wife to your high school sweetheart.
So my husband, I was talking about that, and he was like, I'm offended. And I was like, what? Why? He goes, because we are not high school sweethearts. He goes, we are middle school sweethearts. And I was like, can't win. We've been dating since 8th grade. Well, we've been together since 8th grade.
Wow. I don't even know. Wow. That's a long time.
A long time.
Good for you. Let's see here. Nicole made her powerful debut with Finders Keepers. Her writing brings small-town charm to life while tackling real-life issues like trauma, resilience with care, and authenticity. Readers have fallen in love with her relatable characters, slow-burn romance, which that was a slow
It was
burn.
a slow burn.
Oh, so super slow. Which
That
I
was
love. I hate it in the moment, but then it's like, oh, it's paid off good.
Yeah.
Readers will fall in love with her relatable characters, slow burn romance, and emotionally rich storytelling. And we're thrilled to have you here today. And is this your first live?
This is like my first live, like professional live
About
with
the book?
Rachel.
Like,
And I'm so excited.
me too. Okay.
Like
So-
I've done lives before, but it's just me and my bestie Cedar just goofing off.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. I've done those too. I do those
Yeah.
usually on Sundays. Well, this is exciting. Okay. Rachel, here's your bio. You ready? You're a passionate and emerging voice actor specializing in romance and character-driven audio storytelling. With a soulful approach to her craft, she brings to life a wide array of love stories, whether it's sweet, slow burn, a feisty FMC, or a tender first love moment. While Rachel built her foundation through over 15 years of on-screen acting, her passion for storytelling led her to pivot towards narration, reigniting her love for reading and spoken performance in recent years. So welcome, Rachel.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so we're going to just start this off. We don't really need an icebreaker because you guys know each other and you guys might be the funnest people I've ever had on a live, so it's going to be so fun. But I will say this. There was one question I was like, that's an interesting question. So in your book, Gavin, who's the main character, he is a veterinarian,
Yes.
yet he is afraid of little bitty rodents.
Little bitty rodents.
Like he's scared of them.
Can't stand them. Nope.
Because apparently when he was younger, one got down his pants and he just had never, and it was hilarious. So my question to both of you is, do you have an irrational fear of something? And then can you tell us where it comes from? So we'll start with Nicole.
Okay, so I have two, right?
Okay.
So one of them is now as an adult, I am literally so afraid of June bugs. And if you live in Texas, you know what I'm talking about. These little brown bugs that just like in the summertime, they're literally everywhere. And whenever they get on your skin, it just feels like they're just like, and it's, ugh. And so, but funny thing is that whenever I was like younger, you know, little kid into like high school, me and my friends, we used to catch them and one of us would hold it and the other one would tie a string around it and then we'd flick it and we would fly it around like a kite.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Now I can't do it. One touches me and I'm just like, oh my God.
Well, yeah, if that's karma.
Like, that's for Aunt Judy.
That's karma. They're like, I'm going to just
I'm just gonna attack this lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
and then my other one, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a legit, like I feel like I'm just gonna throw up every time. And I don't know where this came from, but it's like the fear of like multiple holes. Can't do it.
It's an interesting fear.
I can't remember what it's like
Love about it.
Tetra something. And I'm
Okay,
just like,
so what do you mean multiple holes? What's that mean? Like in the ground?
no, like
As a smart reader, we're gonna need
you know,
more
what is
information.
it? A lotus flower, you know, and how it has just and like I've seen look at that.
Are you starting to like
I've
react? Okay, well then we don't. You know what? We'll just use our imagination.
I'm just thinking it like seedless, like someone took out all the seeds to a strawberry
Okay.
and like really up close, and it's just like all these holes. I can't do it.
No, I've never heard of anyone having that fear. You
Yeah.
are my first.
Looking
Okay.
it up.
Look it up.
This.
It's
Yeah.
legit. It's legit.
Okay, Rachel. What about you?
I don't like driving behind log trucks with steel rods
Yes.
because Final Destination screwed me up.
I was like, I know it
Oh,
comes
yeah.
from that movie.
I won't drive behind them. I
Nope.
won't drive behind 'em.
Okay, so Rachel, just to let you know, you're when it's just you talking, it sounds great. But like when other sounds are around it, it like your sound suppression software, I think it's taken. So like, are you through your like what's it called? That shouldn't have done that either. I'm gonna lie. The speaker,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's.
Yeah, we're all traumatized from that movie for sure.
yeah. Well, while you're fixing it, let me tell you mine
Yes.
is bugs, any kind. It don't matter. It don't. And the
Any-
reason is because two reasons. One, my sister when I was a little kid said to me a little bug she's like, that bug is so strong it can lift our house. So I thought bugs were just super strong. And the second reason is because you remember Steven Spielberg's movie, what's it, Raiders of the Lost Ark, where that woman had to put her hand in that chamber with those bugs and then turn that. No.
Nope.
So that is my irrational fear.
Irrational fears.
Yeah. All right, Rachel, did you get it better, you think?
I think I did. I'm not.
Okay.
Does that sound
So
better?
Cedar said that she can hear, like she said, we can hear everyone okay. So
Okay, so maybe it's just me, so I might turn up.
Let's.
No, you're good. It just might be me and my wired ones.
Oh.
Because my Bluetooth ones, like, it has sound suppression too, so it just, you don't get my last one. I'm an expert at this point, which should be really scary because I'm the oldest one on the internets. On the whole internets. Okay. All right, but we're here to talk about Finders Keepers, which I read and I listened to the audiobook. So, Nicole, I know nothing about you. I just know that I followed you on TikTok and you're so super fun. I followed you because you were so fun, and then I realized you were an author. So tell me, like, when did you start realizing you wanted to write? And then when did you start thinking, I'm going to do this? And when did you do it? Like, I want to know your journey.
Okay, so I started writing actually whenever I was like 8 years old. I was a really big reader, and I don't know if anybody in the chat or either you two know, it's a book series called The Jeweled Kingdom. And it's about a sapphire princess and a diamond princess, like all the jewels, like ruby, emerald. It's these 4 princesses, right? And they have their own kingdoms and they go on like their own adventures. And I gobbled up all of those books. And so I think that's where like my love for fantasy came from. Okay. But so I would write in my little password journal, I would write little stories and about like being a unicorn or, you know, me being one of the jeweled princesses, stuff like that, you know, but it was just like a little kid writing, you know, it wasn't anything like crazy. Yeah. And so then, like probably well into like middle school, I kept writing. Again, it was just like short stories, nothing too elaborate. And then in high school, you know, that's never, you know, I met my husband and I was into sports and I was riding horses and like all these things, right? So it just kind of like fluttered away. And I still stayed a really big reader. And then whenever we moved back to Texas, because we were in North Carolina for a while, I started writing because I was not a single mom because my husband, he works away a lot. Mm-hmm. So it was just me and our then 3-year-old. He's 17 now. My then 3-year-old. Yeah, it's crazy. And so we wouldn't have anything, like I'd be hanging out with him all day. So I would just be, you know, writing and still just very juvenile, you know. My husband actually kept all of my writing journals from that time. That was about so sweet. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, whoa, what is this? You know. But then again, life happened. You know, I had 2 more kids. I was a surrogate twice. It was just like life happened, you know? And, so whenever I got onto TikTok and I started seeing, more indie authors, I started following more indie authors. I just was like, you know what? I think I can do this, you know? And also like I have so many indie author books because like, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to support you. Like that sounds really good. I'm going to support you, you know? So back in 2023, I really started getting like really into like, I'm going to write this, I'm going to do this. And I was actually writing a story about, my husband and me. Circumstances were changed, you know, but like, it was basically like our love story, like how we met, you know, all these things. But then Finders Keepers, like that story just was in my brain and it would not leave me alone. Yeah. It would not leave me alone. And I did a complete 180. I switched gears and I started writing it. And I think I wrote that book probably within like the first draft, probably in like 6 or 7 months, because like, that's how loud that those characters were screaming at me. And of course, like through all the editing and stuff like that, things changed and stuff like that. And then it was sent to my sensitivity reader and she helped me through some things. And and then to my editor, and she helped me through some things too. And then now we have Finders Keepers. But I do want to say one thing. There is a certain author that I'm close with, and she gave me the push. She gave me the push that I think I needed, like, and she encouraged me, and my boss as well. They just both encouraged me because they're both in the book world, and it's been a magical time.
So, and this is, you're saying that you didn't even think about becoming an author until you joined TikTok and you saw the indie authors, and then you're like, maybe I can do this. Now, your description of the story sounds like a lot of other authors I talk to. How it's either the characters are talking to, like they cannot put it down. They won't shut up, is what they say. Like the story will not go away. So they just have to get it out. That is very interesting to me because it's very similar to so many other authors' journeys.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to shift focus to Rachel.
Can you say what a sensitivity reader is?
Yeah. So it was actually, so I had my website created by this woman that I found and just on the internet, and she did an amazing job with my website. And then I was looking at her website, and she offers other services for authors, and I was looking, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I am gonna need a sensitivity reader because my book does like touch on some pretty heavy topics. And I want to make sure that one, I'm staying authentic to myself as a writer, but two, I want to make sure that I am telling the story in a way that it's not going to be harmful to readers. So the sensitivity reader, she actually read through my first draft. Like after I went through and edited it, she went through and she read it, and she was like, okay, this could be triggering to someone. And she just kind of pointed out some stuff that, if I wasn't being sensitive about it, or like, hey, let's change the way that you said this. And she was great. Her name is Ivy. She's just so good. But she really kind of opened my eyes because at first, Finders Keepers was not what it is today. Because Rachel was one of my beta readers. She was one of the very first people that read this book. Yes.
No way.
Yes. And so before I knew, because I was just writing, and before I knew it, you're so welcome. Before I knew it, I was writing essentially about my experiences in my childhood. And so I think that's why me getting the hiring the sensitivity reader, I think that was a good call on my part because, like I said, I wanted to stay my authentic self. I wanted my story to be heard, which it was a very healing process, but also I wanted to make sure that I was being true to the readers and some of their experiences that they have that they've experienced. You know, I've had so many people reaching out to me since publishing this book about, and like then just readers telling me their story and saying thank you, and I'm just like, I was not expecting this, you know. So
yeah, I'm going to get in more into detail because I saw a dedication that I want to ask you about later. But let's switch to Rachel. Now, Rachel, full disclosure, I was a fan of yours when I first entered TikTok as Not Precious, just that user 795 blah 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 blah. I found you because I loved your videos, your dancing and your energy, and I just thought it was so cool. And then one day, I see you recording something. I'm like, no. And so I'll be honest, you're always a little trepidatious when someone you know, because it's like, what if they're no good? And you're like, oh no. I was so delighted when I listened to you. Like, we'll talk about your performance later, but tell me what made, because you have an acting career that was in your bio. Mm-hmm. How did it come about that you said, I'm going to do this?
Great question. I'd be happy to answer. I obviously have a book talk account where I recommend books. I talk about books that I read. And so with that, I've created a lot of relationships with authors, a lot of indie authors. And, you know, in my monthly wrap-ups, I think I talk the most And I had a couple authors, they're like, man, you got a voice. And I was like, stop.
Stop it.
Say more.
Right.
Yes.
And I never in my head put the two together, right? Like I've always just thought as my acting as on-screen acting and reading books. And I listened to audiobooks and I was like, oh my God, I could do that. I could do that. But I was scared because on-screen acting, you can do it with your face. Pause. There's so many things. And I was like, I have no idea how to even step into that. And Nick Robbins, who's my very first audiobook, she's like, when you're ready, it's yours. Like it's waiting for you. So I just said, F it. And
She did.
Have you found the transition from the Rachel dancing and a bit energetic to serious Rachel who's doing this craft and this is your skill set now? Like, have you found it difficult to transition to it, or is it easy because you were in this world?
I think it's easier because I've been in this world. It's kind of hard to market myself as a narrator when people tend to come to me for book recommendations. I'm like, hey, listen, I am recommending a book, but it helps to be in the space, but I think it's hard to rebrand myself.
I imagine.
Scenario.
Well, I didn't know how you did it before. Like I'd see you doing all these. I mean, it takes me forever to do one video, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, hey, and it's like 7 hours later. So like I know how long it takes, and then you've got to know all the songs that you do. I mean, it's a lot. And then I thought, and what I loved about you the most was that you didn't know user number 579999955, but you still responded to me. Like you make it a point. I've seen it to respond to everyone who comments on your page. That's a lot. So like I worried about you continuing that and then trying to balance it with your voice acting. How's it going?
It's difficult. I try to do
on
it
it.
in spurts, and like I'll just take like 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at lunch, 15 minutes in the evening, and just try to power through as much as I can. And then when I'm in here, I don't touch it.
Smart.
Unless I get distracted.
Unless someone texts you like, did you see this? I'm like, oh, fine.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. Nicole, I do want to ask you, and we're about to talk about DV and trauma abuse as a kid, and probably alcoholism. So just know that. So if you need to, step off or turn your volume down, you can.
Okay.
I was going to ask you, so it sounds like you were the child that experienced it, because I was going to ask where it came from. Like, why did you choose that type of scenario? And I was going to ask you, did you have to talk to anyone about someone else who went through that? But it doesn't sound like you did. It sounds like it
So
comes from a personal
I
experience.
did. Anyway, I did. But and my husband, he was all like, tread lightly with this one. But no, I just, I was Sophie. Just put it bluntly,
And Sophie's the child of the
and
mom
so
who left.
Sophie
Yeah.
is the 4-year-old, 5-year-old. I'm 4.5.
Sassy.
5.
Mama, I'm 5.
Little boys.
You guys got a little sneak peek right there.
Yeah, I know.
But no, so I did have conversations with my mom. I love my dad to pieces. Do not get me wrong. I don't have a very good relationship with my father, but I do have a relationship with him. And I love him with everything that I can, but growing up was just not easy. And I'm not gonna cry, I promise you.
It's okay. It's really okay. When it's this stuff,
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Rachel.
And 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 like I said, not a lot. My close my family and my close friends know, my mom and my dad, and no, as an adult, I know I can see looking back and even writing this, like my parents never should have been together. And sorry, I'm like shaking.
You're fine. So, well, let me just, I'll interject. Like, I also came from that. And I judged it so hard when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
my father passed away right when I graduated college. So
Yeah.
I didn't get that chance to know him as an adult, because as an adult, I understand that alcoholism is a disease.
Yeah.
And in the same way, like I struggled with my weight. I mean, I know what not to eat, but I still do it. Same with alcoholics. So like I've learned to forgive,
Yeah.
but after,
Yeah.
so I that's why I knew that somehow you were you were talking to someone, because I'm like, this is spot on what
Yeah.
both a kid sees and then what the mom, I would imagine, would feel like.
Yeah. And my mom with her, and she is the strongest woman on this earth. And to have watched her go through what she went through. And then I with this story, there's one scene in particular that I guess I had blocked it out, and I was reading it to my mom, and thank you. I was reading it to my mom because my mom, I read this entire book to her. I mean, granted, it was like scene by scene, not like the whole entire thing, but like I was like, hey, what is this? How do you sound like? What does this sound like? What were you feeling in this moment, kind of thing. And so there was this one scene in the book where it's whenever Bailey just kind of had enough, and she was like, you were there. And I was like, I don't remember this. But while I was writing, it just came out. And I was like, I'm unlocking these memories that I've been suppressing. And I will tell anybody, and I've done a couple of like podcasts and everything, and I will tell people, like, this book was so healing for me, just to write and then to read whenever it was all said and done, and then now to listen. It's just been so healing, and I feel like now I kind of can like breathe, and I can start writing for fun. Like, I'm like, this story,
Okay.
the reason why this story was yelling at me so much and so loudly is because I needed to write it. That way I can, in a way, move on from my past and what happened with me and my mom and my sister. And now I can write for funsies.
It's healing.
It
healed
really
you. Not all of you, but it healed a little bit of you.
Yes.
And before I go to Rachel, I do have a question.
Yeah.
Your mama,
Yes.
what does she think about you?
She is so proud.
Yeah.
She anytime that she talks about me, like, she glows, and now I'm really gonna cry. She is my biggest hype person, and besides my husband, but she lives out of state. She doesn't live here in Texas, and she has probably sold over 20 copies for me.
Really?
Like, anybody
Go mama.
anybody that she can talk to, she's all like, hey, my daughter wrote this book and it is so good. And she just hypes me up, and they're like, yeah, where can I buy it from? And then all of a sudden I have an order. And she's like, yeah, I was talking to my friend, and I told her about your book, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay. I was like, thanks, Mom, but I love her so much, and she can be a lot, but I
Can't all moms.
love her.
I mean, you can tell all moms are a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, Rachel, let's just talk.
do.
Let's just talk about little Sophia. It's Sophie, right? Sophie.
And I don't know why people are calling her Sophia. Like, a lot of people
Because I
on
just did.
I think it's like autocorrecting.
Oh, okay.
Could be.
So that, like, I was listening, and sometimes I'm busy and I don't pay attention. But as soon as that voice came on, I stopped. I made sure that it was a solo narration, because that was one of the best kid voices I've ever listened to. And I knew, I was like, this is about to be very special to me, because their range is very important to me as a listener. And as soon as I heard that voice, I was like, Oh no, she's got it. So tell me, like, have you heard that from other people? What have you heard about your performance? Like, what are you hearing?
I hear I do kids' voices pretty well. In between this book, in One More Time, she has a 12-year-old son. There was Tommy in this one, and
Fred.
yeah.
Oh, no. Fred was the
Fred.
teenager. Never mind. Fred was the teenager. Sorry. But yeah, there was Sophie and Tommy.
It is important as a listener for me. It is character distinction. So I'm trying to learn how to put that into my work, but the people love the kids' voices, so that's really great.
But your voice, like,
You said never forget Fred.
She was there for it when I was recording it.
She was.
okay. So what? Tell me about Fred again. Say it again. What just?
So in Rachel's lives that she was doing while she was reading my book, I wasn't in there for it. I came in after, but apparently Fred is the carnival worker that Sophie and Tommy go and play the duck game, and it was a whole thing about never forget Fred. I think because Rachel, were you trying to like figure out how to voice him? Yeah,
I was trying to give him a story, even though he only had 3 lines.
What was the story? Tell us. I gotta know.
He was working at the fair because he needed to save up money so he could buy his sister a car.
Yep.
And, we essentially figured Fred was going to be like, if you guys have watched Gilmore Girls, he's going to be like Kirk, where he does all the odd jobs around town.
I should have been an ice cream shop guy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was just trying to give him a backstory so I could find his voice, and Fred he doesn't have a name, but we named him Fred, and it was a moment for sure.
I feel like Fred needs its own novella.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We did. We said that it was going to be a full circle moment, age gap romance later on when Sophie's older, that Sophie and Fred were going to get together.
That little sweet girl. Just give her a little while. Give her her own book before that, okay?
Oh yeah.
She's got to learn some growing up. So Rachel, one thing I said about your performance was, well, first of all, full disclosure, the only reason I read this book was because you reached out to me and said, hey, I'm new to this. Would you want to read something of mine? And let me know what you think. Let me know how I can improve. I was like, what? And she's like, I was like, do you really want real feedback? Or you just want to be like, you're so good? And she's like, no, I need to know, what can I do? I want to know every time, what can I do better? I was like, all right, you got me. And then I was looking and I'm like, wait, Nicole, I'm author. I'm friends with, like, I was like, I'm going to do that because you have great TikTok. I'm like, I'm going to do her book, and you completely blew me away because I think sometimes new narrators, even some veterans, have a hard time committing to roles. And it's almost like they get shy or they get afraid. They're afraid to go there because they don't want to but you went there every character, like committed and went there and so sometimes it's hard for me as a listener, if I'm not reading, to know who's coming in, who's coming out, what did this, who just said that, which not with you. Like you had a lot of characters to voice and they all sounded different. And you blew me away.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, you did. And I did give you one little piece of advice and you took it really well. I was like, atta girl.
Yeah.
But you're going places. So, okay, tell me what your mama thinks about what you're doing.
Yeah. Mama Dane. She's in the comments.
She really?
is here.
Hey, Mama Dane.
My mom has never told me no when it's come to something I want to do. She's never told me no. She got me my first acting audition when I was 18. I was taking theater in college. I acted throughout middle school, high school, and she got me my first gig. And she knows that I love books. She knows I recently fell in love with it again, and she got me my first microphone to practice and record on. And nope, we're not gonna get emotional.
It's all right.
Uh, I think everyone thinks their mom is strong, but she's always pushed me to do better. So
Yeah. Okay.
Love you, Mom.
Okay, I'm still gonna talk to your mom. It's not gonna be sad. Did you kind of have to tell her what kind of books you were starting to narrate? Like, how did she take that, and does she listen to them?
I think she listened to my Christmas novella because all that was in there was a kiss. No crying, Mom. And I told her, I was like, well, this one, there's some stuff in there. She goes, we'll just skip over that chapter. I was like, okay, sounds good.
So she listens, and you just say, just avoid this chapter, and this chapter, and that one, and this one, and that one. Like, and she does.
Get this chapter, this passage all together. It doesn't exist, Mom.
Yeah.
Because you do both parts. And it's been a while since I've listened to solo narration. Like, it's all the parts. Do you do it all at the same time? Like, is it like, oh, yay? No, but, I mean, is it, or do you do it in chunks?
No, I do it at a chapter at a time.
Yeah.
I'm not as talented as some people with their transitions, and that is very important to me. So I might have to stop recording, get back in there. I'm like, if I was a man grunting, like, what would that be like? So yeah, I have to stop sometimes to do it, unless it was like, Sophie, Miss Lucy, and Bailey. But switching between guy and girl, yeah, that was a lot for me.
Yeah. Okay, Nicole, listen.
Yes.
I know that audiobooks, like it's a feat to get yourself published. And then it's a feat to get an audiobook. You did both of that by yourself. Can you tell us a little bit about what that looked like and that journey for you?
A lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
I will say I messed up a lot. No, so it is a process. It's a lot of, it's a big learning curve, with both publishing, like hitting that publish button and also with the whole narration thing. And I'm so fortunate that I had so many people in my corner that I could like reach out to and ask for help. I've made so many like friends who are indie authors who have published before, and I'm like, hey, like I need help, like I don't understand like what I'm supposed to do here. I wrote the book, like I edited it, I had it edited and all these things, like I don't know where to go from here. And so the author that I know pretty well, she's been in the game for like over 20 years. And she's just amazing. And she kind of helped me through these first stages of, okay, you're going to go here, you're going to get this, you're going to get that, and all these things. And she kind of like gave me like a little roadmap. She didn't tell me everything, she's like, you need to find your own path. You need to find your own way, but this is it, and I was like, okay, cool. So I followed that. And, again, I also like reached out to different indie authors, and everything. And it's just, like I said, I'm just so fortunate that I had that help. And then whenever it came to audiobooks, man, I was like, Rachel, hey.
So you guys were friends. She was your beta reader. You were friends. And then she started dipping her toe into voice acting. Because Rachel, was this the second book you've ever?
Yes. Yeah.
This is it's my second full length novel.
Okay.
Yes.
And
so, but the thing is like, I didn't even think that it was possible for me to get Finders Keepers to have an audiobook. It wasn't even in the realm of like, it wasn't like my blinders were like this and like, it's like way over here.
yeah.
I wasn't even like, I don't know. And then, so then whenever Rachel, like I started talking to her one day, and what really what really put it into place was Rachel reaching out to me, and she asked me if she could do a small clip for Human Voices Only. And as soon as I heard it, I went, well, I need an audiobook.
Yeah. So, but I've not talked to any author that has done it themselves, let alone a voice actor that wasn't part of a production company. This is my first time. So, what was that like for you? Right? Like, do you do your own editing and all that stuff?
Oh, I did before, and it let me. So for my first book, it was my first, and I was learning on TikToks, YouTube videos.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's how I learned how to produce an audiobook, and so it was taking me about 5 hours to finish one finished hour of audio, and it drove me insane. So I found someone for Nicole's book, and I said, take my money and give me back my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a great learning experience, and I know, and I love that I can do it now if I need
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
I never want to do it again.
Yeah, but I mean, I would imagine now that you know the process, like you know how to make things easier for them too, so it's quicker on their part too. You know,
Yeah. Yep.
I can't believe you taught yourself on YouTube how to
Yeah.
do this. That's and
Because
so
she's a baddie.
so you said human voices only. I feel like that was just the other day. Like, was it not just the other day, or is that was it a few months
That
ago?
was Fem Audio Day was in
Oh, yeah.
July. Human Voices Only was in
April.
So last year is when you did that recording for her.
No, this past April.
Exactly. So you published the book in May, but you gave her a clip early, liked her, and then
I knew.
when did this release on audio? Because I got it a couple weeks after.
June 23rd.
That's a feat.
Rachel is a beast.
No, I mean like that's big deal
It was.
for you to do that. Okay, so another thing I've noticed, Nicole, is that when I did promotions for this, you had so many authors supporting you,
Yeah.
liking it, sharing it. I'm gonna be there. Like, why do you think that is?
The indie author community is just the best. It is so good. And I feel like I found my tribe here on TikTok. And the amount of indie authors that I have met, not only on here on the internet, but in real life, it is, and they're some of my best friends, and it's just such an amazing ride. And one thing that you said about Rachel, how, she really tries to interact with her audience and her friends, and like that's how I see my social media as well. If you have the time and you take the time out of your day to comment on something of mine, you best be sure I'm going to comment back.
Yeah.
It might not be immediately, but because I love interacting with people and like hearing their stories or like hyping them up. I'm not as big of a hyper upper as Rachel, but I'm like, yes,
You're a hype girl.
I get in there, but no, it's just like, building a community. Cause I think whenever I first started, and like as an author, cause I used to be a licensee for Kate Stewart. I was like one of the very first licensees for Kate Stewart where I could sell her merch and everything like that. And I was really like struggling to get to that 1,000 mark for followers. And at first it was all about, I need to get 1,000 followers. I need to get about 1,000 followers, so that way I can put my link up and everybody can go to my Etsy and buy all the Kate stuff, that kind of thing. But as my numbers have grown, because it's my mindset has changed. I'm like, I'm not about the followers. Like, great, I have this many followers. Cool. I want the community.
Yep.
I want
the connection.
I want the connection, you know? So like I said, if you take your time out of your day to comment on something of mine, and that literally, that's how I've met all these indie authors. And I'm always in other people's comments recommending these books because I've read them and I love them. And if I love something, then I'm going to shout it to the rooftop. So I'm gonna be like, you need to read this, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's why.
I agree. Connection's important. And I think authenticity shows through. That's, I think, why I started following you. And that's exactly why I started following Rachel. So real quick, before I go to Rachel, you had a dedication in your book that mentioned Kate Stewart. So do you want to talk a little bit about what she means to you? And is she your mentor?
She is. Yeah. She is. And she is just the best human being in the entire world.
Ever.
I love her. And just the amount of love that she shows her readers and how emotional she gets with everybody whenever she meets them. Because I've been to a couple of her signings and she literally makes every single buddy feel seen and heard. She gives everybody hugs. She listens to everybody whenever they have to say something to her. And Cedar, she is the queen. And
she sent me a message the night before Ken and I got married. She's like, congratulations on like officially becoming Miss Roberts.
Yes.
I was like, the fact that she knew, I was like, sold.
Yes.
I mean, I was already sold. But
yes. Yeah. So and the thing is like, yes, I put her in my dedication. I put a lot of people in my dedication because it was literally a team effort for everything. But I don't want readers to think, you know, that not that I'm riding her coattails or anything like that, because she is a sort of mentor to me, but like I was like, she literally helped me through my imposter syndrome, which I still have, but she just talked me up. She hyped me up. She was like, you got this, you know? And she's literally just the best. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write this and you know, thank you. You know, one way that I can say thank you is putting you in my dedication.
That's awesome. Rachel, was there a mentor like that for you? Like that you looked up to or mimicked or?
Yeah. Mentor, I figured it out on my own, but now I am working with some coaches who, and talking with other narrators who help me all the time, like Harlow and Amanda Willow. We have a group chat and we just are there every day supporting each other and hyping each other up or crying together or whatever we need to do. People that I look up to. When I started this and I started listening to audiobooks and trying to figure out how to change from film to how do I say things with my voice that I would normally say with my face, it's undisputed that Joe Arden is one of the best there is. So I came into it and I just listened to all of his audiobooks.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to pick up on his tonality and his how he adds little nuances here and there that aren't in the book but add to the book without taking away from it. And so like him, Maxine, Lucy Rivers, Samantha Brentmore, like I just sit there and I gobble down whatever they put out.
Yeah. Samantha Brentmore's books. I just listened to my first one about 3 months ago, and I did the same thing when the guy came in. I was like, wait a second, because they had it was dual. So she does one chapter, and it was her chapter, and I was like, it's not dual, it's duet. No, that was her. Sounded like a man. I was like, atta girl. Yeah.
She's so good.
Yeah. So, you know, you're a big Ravenhood. Yeah. Yeah.
I like
that's what brought me to where I'm at. I mean, I feel like it's a gateway drug. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes you wherever you need to go, but you have to get there through that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. So I've got lots of questions here. But we've talked a little bit about Founders Keepers, about the trauma, and but what kind of how would you describe that book, Nicole? Like, how would you say you need to read this because, or if you like this, it's this book is for you?
So
Because I have the hardest time with that.
I'm terrible at this. I've been
Amazing.
so many times, and I'm just like, uh.
It's
Like
the
I
found family for me. Like it's the found family for me.
Yeah. So I just kind of start listing off some tropes. I'm just like, if you like found family, if you like small town romance with a community that just, loves you. Suspense, it definitely has suspense in it. And I'm just like, yay!
Read my book.
It's got a lot of heart. I mean, it's a lot of heart in your book. And I love heart in books. Tell me about Gavin.
Gavin.
I mean, I saw him a mile away. I was like, he's a veterinarian. I know this is going to be the guy. I knew it.
So Gavin is very much based on my husband. And fun fact.
Atta girl.
So Gavin loves to cook. Gavin, his love language is cooking. What is my husband over here doing that I can smell all the way into my office? He is out there cooking. We have some friends over right now, and they're eating, and it's, oh my gosh, so good. But whenever I had my book launch party, this man went all out. He went all out. He bought decorations. He bought flowers, and he literally just like threw me the best party that I could ever have hoped for. He invited all of our friends. He got me a cake that had my book cover on it. Like it was like the whole 9 yards. And the best thing about it is that he cooked everything that Gavin cooked in the book.
I know.
That's amazing.
Yep. And so, and
Wow.
it was 4 types of pastas. So there was the chicken, Parmesan, or the chicken Alfredo, with the secret peas. And or the secret sauce, whatever, and then there was the chicken parm, and the spaghetti, and it was just overall an amazing night. And he just did it for me, and I was so like,
you
So
dog.
He's proud of you then. Super proud. What do your kids what do your kids know?
They know that I wrote a book. So I have a 17-year-old, I have an 11-year-old, and I have a 9-year-old. And they know, my oldest, he knows. Like he's like, "Oh, what's your book about, Mom?" And I'm just like, "Oh," and I kind of explained it to him, and he knows the kind of books that I read. He's not oblivious. And because there's shirtless men on my books, And my book.
Thank God. I'm just
But my 11-year-old, my 9-year-old, they just know that Mommy wrote a book, and they are some hype people, man. Like whenever it was right before school ended, whenever my book published, and my 9-year-old was just telling all of his friends and his teachers, "My mommy wrote a book. My mommy wrote a book. You should read it. It's called Finders Keepers." We'll be in the grocery store. And they'll be like, Finders Keepers, Finders Keepers. Oh, yeah, my mom wrote a book. And I'm just like, guys, okay, thank you, but we're trying to shut Like, they are, I think they're proud of me, but.
I think it's a good example you're setting.
Yeah.
That no matter how old you are, you can still go back and do whatever you want to do, whatever you dream.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, have you gotten any, what's the hardest part? I'm not going to go next. What's the hardest part that you found so far as voice acting?
Great question. For these books have been doing the solo narration. Like on film, you have one character.
Yeah.
And you give everything to that one character. There was, I don't even know how many characters there were. We were at the end of it, and it was like, I was like, how many male Southern voices have I done here? I was like, okay, we've done a grumpy male Southern, a low male Southern, an older male Southern. I was like, I'm running out.
Like, dang it, Nicole.
I was like, what am I doing? So that finding a voice for everyone is the hardest part, I think, because I'm used to one person instead of a handful.
How do you, I mean, you're clearly not Southern.
I'm not.
She's
And neither am
not.
I. Neither am I.
Can we have Rachel on here on the live say crayon?
Oh gosh. She's from Michigan. Those
It's
Michigan.
crayon. Crayon.
It's not crayon like cranberry. That's cranberry.
Crayon. That's exactly what it is. It's crayon.
Like there's not, no, you don't say, I want to get the crayon.
Crayon.
Yeah, you do.
Right.
That's
There's a reason why there's a Y in there, Rachel. There's a,
Crayon. Crayon. And you know what? We figured out I was saying crayon after chapter 3, which no one corrected me on until we were in a live, and I've done multiple lives. And then I realized I had about 20 pickups of saying crayon instead of crayon that I had to go back and fix because
you're from Michigan.
Yep.
I'm from Maryland.
It's up north, y'all. Okay.
I am in the Midwest since 97. So
Can I tell you guys a secret?
Yes.
I visited Connecticut the other week for the first time ever. And I learned that New England wasn't a state. That's all. That is what you're dealing with here. I always say, I'm not good with geography. This is exactly. I'm like, what do you know?
they have
anyway.
their own football team. What do you mean?
They've got their own chowder. I mean, you have Nashville's hot chicken, right? You've got New England clam chowder. New England thought it was a state. I just outed myself, didn't I? That's why I'll never write. God knows. For you, so Nicole, I've heard the ups and the people that helped you and all the support. What's been the hardest part of your author journey?
One, having writer's block, because I've had that for a couple months now. That's a real kicker. But I think I'm not dogging readers. I love any type of constructive criticism. I love it. Give it to me. It helps me grow as a writer, and it points out my flaws, and I'm just like, I'm here for it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You know, I have 3 boys and a husband that roast me on the daily. Like, no, it's not going to hurt my feelings, you guys. But I have gotten, and I laughed it off. I have gotten, some low ratings on my Goodreads, and I was told, don't go look at the Goodreads because that's where people are just going to demolish you. And like a dummy, I did it. But I have a 1-star review, and I took a screenshot and I sent it to my best friend Cedar, and I was like, look at this, I have arrived. Like, that's
Great way of looking at it.
I have arrived, you know?
Yeah.
And then I think I got a 2-star review, which I know not every book is going to be for everybody. I went into this writing journey knowing this, you know? But I got a 2-star review and I still laugh about it. And it says painfully boring. I was like, okay, cool, thanks. You know? But yeah, I mean, and like I said, and I can't even say like they're trolls. Like they might actually be somebody who just truly didn't like my book, didn't like my reading, didn't like my writing, like my vibe didn't jive with them, you know? Cool. But just for an author's sake, guys, please just leave us reviews. Leave us words.
Yeah.
Words.
So that's my next question to both of you. Like, what as listeners and readers can we do to help your journey? So is because I went on Goodreads and I do all my little things, and I went on Audible and did it too. So is that what we do? Like, if you listen, you should review.
Thank you. Yeah. So one thing that Rachel and I would absolutely love is for anybody who has listened to the book, like, go review it, please.
Yeah.
That's a good message. I mean, that's a good message. Yeah.
I'll text her. I was like, we got another one. I was like, we're up to 9.
We celebrate, Rachel and I kid you not, and even Cedar, like me and Rachel, like we celebrate every single review that we get. And cause like, you know how there's those memes or like the little sayings that sound like, if somebody has a business, if one of your friends has a business, it's free to like, it's free to comment, it's free to share it out. That is 1000% true. 1000% true. But for indie authors, especially little baby debut authors,
Yeah.
and just starting out, baby narrators,
Yeah.
Rachel up there, like it truly helps us whenever if you liked it, go review it. If you
Yeah.
didn't like it, please go review it. I'm
Or
just
tell me if like you don't want to feel bad. Like I
if you
want
don't,
to
yeah,
know what's
exactly.
wrong.
Exactly. If you feel bad and you're like, hey, I don't want to leave this 2-star review for you, so I'm just messaging you and this is my thoughts, please give it to me,
Yeah. So that's the message. You're just a baby. So that's the message is go review the books. Go review the books.
Yes.
Don't be cruel. Don't be cruel just to be cruel.
I absolutely loved your review.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
I swooned about it in a text.
Did you really? Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
some books I love more than the fact that you write a book is a 5-star to me. Like really, like for me, it's just like I'll start you at 3 because I
Yeah.
can't do it. But heart is really important to me in books. I love books with good heart, and you have good heart, and I think you've learned a lot probably from your first novel. Both of you, you've learned.
Yes.
I did say 14 hours is a long time. Even like the best of the best of the best books. I'm like, God, because it takes me
Yeah.
forever to get through them. So you've probably learned a few things, and then Rachel. I'm not kidding when I say I compared you to Joe Arden because of your range. And for me, I love range. That makes a good performer to me. Is good. And not everyone cares about that, and that's okay. But for me, it does. So it does. There's not a lot of people out there that have such big range as you because you commit, and then that character comes back 3 hours later, and it's the same character.
And she's over here with her notebook. Like, how did I say this?
How was Fred? How did I do Fred? What was his backstory?
Yes.
Okay. So I always try to wrap up my lives in about an hour. And sometimes, but it's also because I have kids. Nicole, I got 3 too. And like my one girl's like, what do you mean I can get on VR? I'm like, you're going to be okay. Just for one and, we're a little bit over an hour. But I do like to end my lives with this question. Every time. And so, Rachel, I'll start with you. If you could change one thing about the book world, what would it be?
Oh, you sure you want to
Nicole? Whoever wants to go first can go first.
Do you want me to go first? Because I have. I mean,
okay.
and so whenever I was reading these questions, and I was like, oh, I already know how I'm gonna answer that one, like right off the top of my head. Okay, so. The one thing that I can say that I truly wish that Book Talk could get away from is cancel culture.
Oh, I have one more video coming out about that. I sure do.
I sometimes it's warranted because of an author's actions or inactions. But just to do it, I don't agree with that. So that's my.
Yeah, so I did that big contest and everyone was like cancel culture. So I'm doing these videos and one's coming out later. And I just say, if they were your mama, your daddy, your kids, your brother or sister, and they did the exact same thing, you would not want them to be treated the way you guys are treating these people. Like it's just, there's a disconnect between their human beings.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can kind of add on to that is I saw another video from another indie author. Her stuff comes up on my feed all the time and I absolutely love her. And she made a video solely about this. And she said that like even narrators and audiobook and writers were held to a higher standard in the creative space. And like, we can do no wrong. Like not we can do no wrong. We have to be perfect.
Yes.
You have to be perfect because then you're going to get nixed. And it's not, I mean, I'm not saying it's not fair. Like I'm not crying about it, but I feel like people, if you don't like a book, don't read it.
Yeah.
You can
just don't read it.
Exactly. Don't like push through it and be like, oh my God, this whole entire book, I hated it. And then go and bash the author. Like that's not kind. Like we need more kindness.
And another word is tolerance.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to have different opinions. Like even, something happened last year. There was different opinions. I don't need to not like you because of it. I need to not like you because of the way you treated me, that's okay. So yeah, I agree 100% with that. 100%. All right, Rachel. What about you?
Uh, I would just like more. It sounds weird coming from someone who is like, I tried to respond to every author that sends me a message like, hey, please read my book.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like 3 authors a day in my inbox, and I try to get through everyone. And a lot of people are understanding that I can't, but I just wish sometimes there was more, like Shay had said, kindness, understanding, awareness. I'll see sometimes authors who will just, I don't know if I really want to. Nope, we won't go into that topic. I just wish everyone was like more open and nice. Like, listen, don't talk down on someone because their book did better than yours, or you don't have to. If you just like let everyone sit at the same table, that'd be cool.
Yeah. But and so I used to do cookies. And I'm in a very small town, and there's been other people that pop up doing cookies. And my philosophy, I never try to compete with them because their product is their product. My book is my book. There are enough readers in this world for everybody, each author to find their readers, find their people, like just because somebody likes the Ravenhood and because I come from the Ravenhood, like just because somebody likes Ravenhood doesn't mean they're going to like my book. And that's okay.
Yeah.
All these other people over here like my book, know? So there's enough readers to go around for everybody. There's enough, so.
You guys are just two good people. I mean, and the fact that you found each other and then now you're kind of working together and you're supporting one another, it's refreshing to see. It really is.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so just tell the readers and the listeners tonight before you go, is there anything coming up that they can see you at? How can they support you? Do you have a website? Sign up for a newsletter? Tell us.
Yeah, so I actually have a newsletter on my website. It's authornicolelenz.com. You can purchase signed copies off of there, but I will let you guys know, it is a 4 to 6 week wait if you purchase a signed copy off of the website, just because I'm constantly ordering books and the people that I get my books from, they kind of take a long time. So that's why I gave myself that grace period. But yeah, so you can sign up for my newsletters. I always feature an indie author in my newsletter. This month it's going to be Candace with her book Soulmates. So yeah, I'm super excited about that one. And then you can find Finders Keepers on my website. You can find Finders Keepers on Amazon, on Audible, on KU. So, but if you like to listen to Rachel, you can go ahead and get that audiobook.
So, are you on any signings coming up?
Well, okay, so I am going to Taste of Triple Falls. So,
awesome.
You're going to sign my book there?
I will. Yes, I'll bring my pen. Awesome. Yeah, so I'll be there all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'm so excited to see everybody. And give this lady right here a big old hug. Next year, Cedar James, she wrote Text Me Never, a hilarious rom-com, which Rachel is actually voicing.
I think I've seen, have you promoted it?
Yes.
Yeah,
so we're actually going to be on an author cruise next June. So yeah.
How cool is that? Look at you, swanky swank.
Yeah, and then I've signed up for a couple of things. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for that. Rachel, what about you? How can people see you? Talk to you.
TikTok and Instagram.
TikTok
I do have a website, RachelDaneNarrates.com.
Okay.
Which I do update pretty relatively, but besides that, my socials really are my thing. I'll be at A Taste of Triple Falls all weekend as well.
Have you had anyone ask you for an autograph yet?
No, not yet.
I will let you know. So my husband has 2 copies. The very first 2 copies that came out of the box, the original box, right? You're signing one of them for me, and he's in a shadow box. So
I'm gonna have you sign. Like, I want one from you, and I want you to get her to sign at Triple Falls for me.
Done.
We'll make it happen.
Done.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that'd be so cool.
I love it. I love getting authors and narrators, especially ones I've interviewed, like sign a book. It's really special to me. And I do want to thank you both for trusting me with your first professional
Yeah, this is so
interview.
much fun.
So I knew it was going to be fun because you guys are just two fun people, and I appreciate you being so open with me about everything. So I've had a blast. So when
And
you're on
thanks
your next,
everyone for hanging out.
yeah,
because
you guys are awesome in the chat. And so next time you guys have a book coming out, holler. I want to talk to you about it.
December 2025.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a little more time, so tell me about it. What kind of book is that?
This is it's a holiday romance. Super fun. It's it's about a narrator. Yeah, and she's just living her best life, and
Is her name Rachel? So
Maybe.
it's a holiday feature on narrator, spicy.
Yep. Yeah, it is spicy.
Okay, awesome. Well,
This is the
I
one
want
that
to
I
talk
read, right?
What?
Yes. Yep.
Oh my God, you guys, it's going to be so good.
I sent her a little bit a couple months ago before my writer's block. You know, whenever I was just tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I hit publish on Finders Keepers, like I started writing this book.
Oh wow.
So
So December 2025.
Number 25. And then last thing, Cedar, James and I we're cooking up something and it's never been done before. And it's going to be a great time. And we've been dropping little Easter eggs and a lot of stuff, all of our videos and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm so excited. Now it's coming out February, March 2026.
Okay. So just keep watching her socials to get the
Yeah.
real scoop. Okay.
Taylor
Awesome.
Swifty and drop those Easter eggs.
That's awesome. All right, guys, ladies, thank you so much. You're
you.
amazing humans. Go
Oh,
back
yeah.
to your friends at your, whatever house that they're at. And then Rachel, you go back. I'm sure you're going to be voice acting tonight. Yeah.
I am going to be editing some clips.
Oh, yay. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening, and thanks everyone again for joining us.
Thank
All
you
right.
guys so much.
All right. You have a great one. Bye.